A marvellous moment for this crack French outfit. Philippe Sella, Serge Blanco, as usual, last out. And you saw there Kerry Fitzgerald, the 38-year-old from Brisbane, in charge of this big occasion this afternoon. We stand by now for the haka and the French team in close quarters. Curwen has embarrassed so many wingers in this tournament. Marjuska certainly showing him plenty of respect that time. Up they go at the back. Not in straight. Wayne Shelford, the man who figured in that fracas up at Ballymore last week with that telling uppercut which decked Hugh Richards. That was the semi-final between New Zealand and Wales. Two scrums crunched together. Curwen coming in again here on the right. John Curwen being used extensively. And Kirk into touch. That's the movement they used against Australia at Dunedin, which came off in that second test. They scored the try that day, but the French were waiting.
Well, it's a standard move that Kirk and Curwen pull for the Auckland side. And really, they're quite used to that, but that time the French were up to it.
The referees awarded a free kick here. Now, it looks as though there may have been players standing across the tunnel, or too many numbers there from France. And the free kick has been awarded. I think probably the French didn't allow the clear tunnel there. New Zealand couldn't play on, and now they have a chance to put first points on the board. The kick can't be taken by the person who taps it. Kick for goal, that is. Grant Fox! He's got it! He's been averaging 22 points a game, this man. That's never happened in international rugby before. And Grant Fox, with this drop, has put New Zealand in the lead.
Well, it was a gift, 3 points, and Grant Fox, he's rarely missed these days. And, you know, if he gets too many opportunities like that, France will never get back into this game.
The French tactics appear to be to hoist the ball and take advantage of the breeze.
Well, that's right. It's swirling around a little bit, and rather than try and take it up and maybe give away 1 or 2 penalties or make too many mistakes, put it in the air and just charge through.
David Kirk, charge down, play on. Albany couldn't hold on. When you charge down a kick, it's quite okay if the ball travels forward from your hands. And we're only 10 metres out from the New Zealand goal line. New Zealand now with a test of character. And that's a much better New Zealand scrum. Wayne Shelford driving low. And it looks as though there may have been some playing of the ball on the ground. And a difficult shot now for Didier Cambrabero. Well, if he gets this one, that really would put the acid on New Zealand, because there'd only be then a converted try ahead, and it certainly is going to make for, well, an unbearable last 35 minutes.
Well, that's right, Gordon. I get the feeling that France are almost breaking out, and if they can get this goal, get within striking distance of New Zealand, I think the pressure will revert back onto New Zealand, even though they're leading by the 6 points. But nevertheless, France will be encouraged by this kick.
Didier Cambrabero, son of Guy, nephew of Lillian, who between them destroyed Australia back in '67 in Paris, scoring all 20 points. Didier Cambrabero, the world record holder, with 30 points, which he scored against Zimbabwe. 9 conversions and 3 tries. This for France's first points. It's pretty close. C'est magnifique. 6 points the difference. After 4.5 minutes of play. And there you can see a sun shower prevailing. Laurier took it strongly on his chest. Erbany there. New Zealand pushing France back here. Berbizier slips out of a tackle. Champ, he lost a head. Again, Berbizier not clearing to his fullback. And now France is under trouble. Well, Ken Catchpole made the point, Mark, that Berbizier tried to do a little bit too much at times instead of passing the ball straight away.
Well, that's right. The New Zealanders know that he's the key man in this French side. If they can control him, they can virtually control the Frenchman. So he's got to let that ball go.
Wayne Shelford standing in the tackle. Extremely strong man. Kirk has it. Grant Fox, New Zealand now kicking too deep, I would think. Offside France. Well, that ball went between the goalposts. It was a punt kick, though. But the French back certainly up offside.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Grant Fox was under tremendous pressure. Referee Fitzgerald had no hesitation, went straight across the line towards the centre of the field and ruled a penalty.
Yes, and Graham Thorne just pointing out there that the referee put his arm out for advantage. He saw that the referee was going to penalise the French backs, and that may account for that rather wobbly-looking kick.
I must admit, after watching 45 minutes of the play, Grant Fox is a little bit slow with the ball in his hands. He can't make up his mind whether he'd let the ball go very quickly or kick it. And that's, if France are going to put pressure on him, they need to stay on side and really get up quickly.
Well, this one in a very handy position. Powdery rain falling here at Eden Park. Grant Fox now attempting to give New Zealand that 9-point lead once again. It's only about 8 metres off centre. Normally this would be a gift for Fox. The light rain coming into his eyes. No mistake that time. Two penalties and one conversion for Grant Fox, 3 out of 4. Picked up by Shelford, it was a quick heel. France under big pressure here. Kirk going for the line. Laurier got him. Can New Zealand score? It's the hooker Fitzpatrick. Desperate gallantry from France. Dubroca was there. Now you saw that little tap from the boot of Dubroca. He just put his boot into the New Zealand hooker. It was only a friendly nudge, though. There was nothing malicious in it, but he may have given away a penalty. Just watch this as Dubroca gets up. Fitzpatrick was laughing at him. I don't think it was going to make him buckle over and leave the field, but the penalty has been awarded. 5 metres in. And a chance for Grant Fox to put New Zealand further ahead. David Kirk has a nasty gash over his eye. I don't think there's any way he'd leave the field, though.
No, not at all. That was a pretty fickle incident, I believe. Dubroca obviously didn't mean to hurt him, but still, he did make some effort to make contact with McDowell on the ground, or Fitzpatrick on the ground. And now Grant Fox will have a kick from the 15-metre line.
So the penalty has been awarded 15 metres in. So there the incident occurred outside the field of play, so penalty taken where play would have resumed. 15 metres in. This for a 12-point lead to the All Blacks. Again, a beautiful kick from Grant Fox. And a little French indiscretion has cost them dearly.
Well, it's going to be very hard for France now to get back into this game. They've got to try and stay in New Zealand's territory and open up, let the backs get it. Sella hasn't seen much of it, and Charvet, say, very exciting runners, haven't seen much of the ball at all.
New Zealand forwards have been responding magnificently in this second half. Warwick Taylor, this is Joe Stanley, Smokin' Joe wrapped up by Champ, 22-metre line. Look at the line here for New Zealand. Jones looking for his second. Kirk! David Kirk! And that surely is the try that clinches the Webb Ellis Cup for New Zealand. 23 minutes gone in the second half. A 16-point advantage.
Well, it came after sustained pressure from the New Zealand forwards. They had a breakaway, and there it goes out to Michael Jones, a devastating runner. Kirk in the background. The French forwards got in their way, and Canberra Barrow virtually helped him over the line. We'll look at it again. A quick breakaway by Kirk. Fox got the ball. Michael Jones on the inside took the reverse pass, really stretched out. Manel taken, and Kirk, to his credit, really sliced through Sellers' tackle. I think it was Lajestay on the side, couldn't do anything about it.
Grant Fox communicating well with Michael Jones, and it was the two in passes that really opened up the French defence. Sella missed his tackle, and little David Kirk fittingly has scored the try that has almost put New Zealand out of sight.
Again, De Brock will be very disappointed with that. I think he was the one who came across, and I think actually fell on top of Sella. Sella was endeavouring to make that try-saving tackle.
Well, if Grant Fox can steer this one through, it would be probably the nail in the coffin. 16 minutes to go in the game. Apart from one narrow miss, Fox has been right on target. New Zealand buoyant now. The crowd bubbling with excitement here as the Blacks lead by 16. Crowd not happy. Score remains at 19-3.
Well, France really haven't any choice anymore. They've really got to keep their forwards, get the ball out to the backs very, very quickly, and try and spread the New Zealanders around.
Yes, well, the former great French centre Didier Cordonnier has just walked past and said, that is the finish. Kirk has gone straight through, only Serge Blanco in front. The support can't keep up with him. Now they arrive Shelford, lovely pass to Kerwin. Another one for New Zealand. Look at the crowd.
What magnificent work by Kirk. He threw the dummy, went straight under the arm of one of the French players, and a magnificent run. But this is where he kept control of the situation. He knew Blanco was in front of him, and he made the tackle, but he placed it straight down. Good support play with the New Zealand forwards. I think it was Shelford. Once it got to Kerwin, he palmed off for Bizier, and really Sella was coming across. But once Kerwin had it, the try was always going to be scored.
New Zealand has put the ball into the scrum on 7 occasions to France's 2 in the second half. Another indication of their forward supremacy. Look at Jones. He's the third Samoan to play for New Zealand, and he's won another penalty for the Blacks.
I think he's realised that one of the French players virtually came in with a swinging arm.
Michael Jones. What a day it's been for him. The first try of this World Cup. He played for Western Samoa at number 8 against Wales last year.
try and have a look at it here. Must again, De Broca coming in. Virtually was nothing. The swinging arm, sure, but I don't think, again, it was very vicious.
Well, there were certainly two swinging arms there, but they didn't connect. Sometimes, I suppose, the referee could give the benefit of the doubt to the tackler, but not this time. There looked to be a lot of intent in those. Fox from 45 metres out. Against a slight breeze. Dead centre. This to make it 26-3. He's got the distance all right. And it's now becoming a procession. Well, the French really did battle manfully in that first half. They weren't able to take some of their chances, but New Zealand has really snuffed out their flame in the second. Again, it's been the All Black forward power that's done the damage. Effervescent this afternoon. But he hasn't always had the support, and this time Maynell sneaking up. Fox is going to have another shot.
Well, that's a strange decision, I feel, by referee Fitzgerald. He just awarded the penalty against New Zealand for the same thing, and straight away you able to score up by penalising France for coming within that 10 metres.
Penalties now 10-6 New Zealand's way. These two sides have played on 24 occasions. France has only won on 5. This will be New Zealand's 19th victory. Their highest score ever was at Paris in 1906 when they won by 38-8. That also is their biggest margin, 30 points. The way New Zealand's going at the moment, they could even better that. Grant Fox, the crowd's happy. Four penalty goals and a conversion for Grant Fox. Lunko coming in on the short side. Bizier back inside the shop. He sets it up well. Now it's Gutaway, but look at New Zealand's defence. Maynell held up. Can they get it out? There's the try. It finally comes for France. Pierre Berbizier has done it. The little man, Jacques Ferrou, knows it's all lost and too late, but that certainly was a nice finale for France.
Well, it was good sustained pressure by the Frenchmen. I thought the All Blacks again would hold them out. It went both sides. The forwards were just taking it up. It came out. Manel just tried to bust his way right through the All Black side. But Bizier, nice and close, really snuck around the French to score under the post.
So the kick, was it converted? It was from in front. And the Webb Ellis Cup, the inaugural World Cup, has gone to this marvellous New Zealand side. A winning margin of 20 points. The crowd streams onto the ground. But really the All Blacks, with their forward pack paving the way, has just overwhelmed a gallant French side this afternoon. Now the New Zealand side is coming up to receive their gold medals. Only 21 players will receive a gold medal, so that's a disappointment for the other 5 members of the World Cup squad, and perhaps that's something that could be improved next time, because everyone plays a part. But John Kirwan salutes the vast crowd here at Eden Park. The crowd chanting for the Blacks, and there's Andy Dalton. Spare a thought for him. He was the World Cup captain. He didn't play a game.